Good afternoon, students of class 12. So, as you all have done the classes, and now we'll begin with business studies for class 12. So, firstly, before starting this subject business studies, I'll discuss the chapters which we are going to do for this academic year. So, as you know, the situations are such that we are going to take live classes, but to make it easier for you, we'll make sure that the classes are going on at ease. So let's firstly discuss about the chapters that you all are going to study in business studies. So this whole business studies subject is divided in two parts. Part A is principles and functions of management. Part B is financial market. Once again I am repeating, please take out your exercise books and start copying whatever I am writing on this whiteboard. I am repeating it again, please take out your exercise books and start writing what in your exercise books, BST Business Studies exercise books. So your whole subject is divided in two parts. Number one is part A is principles and functions of management. Part B is financial market. Now let's talk about which all chapters are there in part A, which is principles and functions of management. Chapter number one is nature and significance of management. I'm repeating it again, nature and significance of management. Number two, principles of management. Number three, business environment. Number four, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. These all are chapter 5, 6, 7 and 8. I am repeating it again. Chapter 4 is planning. Since these all are known as the functions of management. These are the 5 functions. So I have written it in point number 4. But this chapter, planning is chapter number 4. This organizing is chapter number 5, staffing is chapter number 6, directing is chapter number 7 and controlling is chapter number 8. I am repeating it again. Number 1, please note this down in your exercise book, since I know that many students are not having their books, business studies and many other subjects book. It's not available in the market due to this situation, but I would request or rather convince you to just, whatever I am telling, just write it down in your exercise books. So chapter number 1 is nature and significance of management, principles of management, business environment, planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Now part B is financial market. I am repeating it again, financial market. Part B is financial market. So in part B, the chapters you will get is number 1, financial management. This is just a continuation of part A. So you will get as chapter 9. So this is financial, the chapters under financial market are financial management, financial market, marketing management and consumer protection. I am repeating it again, please write it down. Financial management, financial market, marketing management, consumer protection. So please write this down. I am repeating all the points again. Part A is principles and functions of management, nature and significance of management. The chapters under part A, principles of management, business environment. Chapter 4 is planning, chapter 5 is organizing, chapter 6 is staffing, chapter 7 is directing and chapter 8 is controlling. Now part B is financial market, in which you have chapters as financial management, financial market, marketing management and consumer protection. Please write this down, and after this we are going to see the blueprint, which means the weightage of marks, the different questions and the marks that it will contain. I am going to tell about the different marks from each and every chapter. Please write this down. So I hope you all have written this. So I am rubbing and I will go to the blueprint. So now I am going to talk about the blueprint, which means the type of questions and the weightage marks it will contain in your board exam. Since this year you all are going to give your boards. So this is your Blue. This is your marks. Number of questions. And your total. So let's see each and every part together. So here in section A you will have 1 mark question. In section A you will have, please copy this blueprint. In section A you will have 1 marks question and the number of question will be 20 question, which means you will have 20 questions carrying 1 marks each. I am repeating this again. You will have 20 questions carrying 1 mark each. I am repeating this again. You will have 20 questions carrying 1 marks each, which means a total of 20 marks in part A. Is it clear? You will have 20 questions carrying 1 mark each. Now part B, you will have 5 questions carrying 3 marks each. I am repeating this again. You will have 5 questions carrying 3 marks each. So that makes a total of 50 marks. Is it clear? I am repeating this again. Please write this down in your exercise books, business studies exercise books. You will have 5 questions carrying 3 marks each, which makes a total of 15 marks. Is it clear? Next you will have 3 questions, 4 marks each. I am repeating this again. 3 questions, 4 marks each, which makes a total of 12 marks. Is it clear? Next you have 3 questions, 5 marks each. I am repeating this again. 3 questions, 5 marks each, which makes a total of 15 marks. Is it clear? Next you have 3 questions, 6 marks each, which makes a total of 18 questions. I am repeating this again. You have 3 questions, 6 marks each, which makes a total of 18 questions. Now if you will total this, you will get a total of 80 marks. You will get a total of 80 marks. If you add all these marks, 20, 15, 12, 15, 18, you will get a total of 18 marks. Now to talk about the internal option. Yes, you do have internal options on marks 3. You do have an internal option on 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks and 6 marks. You do have internal option means if for example this is question number 7. If a 3 marks question is question number 7, that will be question number 7 will carry 2 questions. One, and you have to do either of the 2 questions. Understood? So in marks 3 and 4 you will have one internal option. You will have one internal option. In marks 4 you will have one internal option. I am repeating this again. In 3 marks question you will have one internal option and 4 marks question you will have one internal option. In marks 5 and 6 you will have 2 internal option each, which means 5 marks questions will have 2 internal option and 6 marks question will have 2 internal option, which makes a total of, you will have 34 questions in business studies question paper, total of 80 marks. But since situations are such that the Cbse has said official notification has not been given yet, syllabus might change, but business studies I don't think it will change much. So this is the reason I have given you the chapters and the blueprint, which is going to come like the weightage of marks, number of questions and the total. So please copy this. Internal options I have given as I have used black ink, and this is the marks. Please copy this. So I hope you all have copied this. I will continue with the chapter, first chapter. So I'll continue with this first chapter, that is management. It's a request to all the students, please copy each and every points, because I know many students are not having books, and the ebook you can download from a NCERT website. Please go and download the ebook so that you can refer while I am teaching. It will be easier for the students also and for me as well. So it's a request, please go and download the ebook for each and every subject, not only my subjects, for each and every subject, so that it's easier for the teachers as well as for the students to understand. So the first chapter you'll see is management, which means the functions of management. Now before starting this chapter, let me make you understand what is actually management. Suppose I'll ask you, you're been to class 12. What is your main motive or your main goal? Today if I'll ask you, what is your main goal? The answer will be, your main goal will be to get good marks in class 12, to get inside good colleges. So for management, what are we seeing? First thing I spoke about is goal. In your mind, if I'm asking presently if I'm asking what is your goal? Your goal is to get good marks and to get inside good colleges. And now if I'll ask you, what are you doing to achieve your goal? What are you doing to achieve your goal? You are going to schools, like presently you are attending online classes, going to tuitions, giving time to your self-study. So what there is a process. What is this? There is a process, and the process is like you're giving time to self-study, you're going to tuitions, like presently you are attending online classes. And if I'll ask you, why are you doing this? Why? There is a goal. And what is the goal? To get good marks in class 12, nextly to get inside good colleges so that you can pursue your higher educations. Secondly is, I'll talk about this. So the first two topic is goal and process. So management, if I talk about the definition, you have to learn about four important points. Firstly, it is a process. There has to be a goal of getting things done. What do you mean by getting things done? So management, first of all, is a process. What is this? Management is a process of getting things done. Of course, with the process of getting things done to achieve a goal. Of course, management is a process. As I said, what are you doing to get good marks? You are giving time to your self-studies, you are going to tuition. Like for example, you are attending online classes. So it's a process. Yes or no? Yes, it is a process of getting things done. What are you doing? You are giving time to your self-studies, of course. Why? Because there is a goal of getting good marks. So to achieve goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Now what do you mean by effectiveness and efficiency? What do you mean by the word effectiveness and efficiency? You must have understood that management till now, it's a process of getting things done with a goal and to achieve a goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Till here you all have understood that management is a process of getting things done to achieve a goal. Now there are two new points, that is effectiveness and efficiency. I'll talk about each and both of the points individually. Now suppose, let's take an example. Your class teacher has given you a project and the project is worth around 500, the cost will occur. But what you did is, you took 1000 from your parents and you spent all those 1000. The amount which incurred on making the project was about, let's talk about only 4 to 500. But what you did, the rest 500, you just spent on your friends, on yourself. So if I'll say, were you effective? Yes, you were effective. Why? Because you completed your project on time. Why? Because you completed your project on time. Now the question arises, were you efficient? No, you were not efficient. Why? Because the cost where it was supposed to be 500, it was rupees 1000. So this effectiveness and efficiency. This effectiveness is related to time. effectiveness is related to time and this efficiency is related to cost. Understood? So let's take an example, like for a manager, he has got a target to produce 5,000 units in 1 week. So what he did, he produced 5,000 units, but his cost was very high. The cost was very high. So now tell me, is there any management? No, there is no management. Why? Because no doubt he completed the task, the manager completed the task on time, but the cost was very high. So to manage your goal, to achieve your goal, you have to be effective also, and you have to be efficient also, which means if you're completing on time, on the other hand, you have to see that your cost is always lowered down, which means optimum utilization of resources and optimum utilization of cost. Is it clear? So once again I am repeating, what is management? Management is a process. What is this? It's a process of getting things done. Please, I am repeating this again. Please write this down in your exercise books. What is management? It's a process of getting things done. Once again I am repeating, management, it's a process of getting things done to achieve a goal. Now why are you? Now again I am asking. Sorry for the interruptions. So once again I am asking, why is there a process and why is there a goal? Why? Because you have to achieve a goal. Why? Because you have to achieve a goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Is it clear, my friends? So once again I am repeating, management, it is a process of getting things done to achieve a goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Please copy this down. I'm talking about this effectiveness and efficiency, where effectiveness is related to time, which means you have to complete your task or the given task on time. And on the other hand, efficiency means you have to use minimum cost. You have to reduce your cost while completing this work on time. So if you are completing one work on time, but you are not reducing your cost, which means there is no management. On the other hand, if you are reducing your cost, but you are taking more and more time, so which means there is no management. So this two has to be clear. Please copy this down, students. And any questions you can comment on the comment section right now. Please do comment. Good afternoon to everyone. Any questions you all are having, copy this. Any question, do let me know in the comment section. Please do comment, students, if you are having any doubt or any question, or else I'll continue with the topic. So I hope you all have copied in your exercise books. I'll continue. Okay, so understood? Now we'll start with the characteristics of management. So we are starting with characteristics of. So in the management, what did we see? What is management? It's a process. Number one, it is a process of getting things done to achieve a goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Don't forget this word, effectiveness and efficiency. Where effectiveness means it is related to time. You have to complete your work on time, and efficiency means you have to reduce your cost while completing that work. So process, understood? It is a process of getting things done to achieve a goal, effectiveness and efficiency. Is it clear, my friends? Understood? So now we'll start with the characteristics of management. So the first characteristics we can see is, and once again I am repeating this, please download the e-book from NCERT website so that it's easier. Not only my book, each and every books, which means accountancy, economics, and all of the books that you are having, the subjects that you are studying, download the book so that it is easier for the students and as well as the teachers to understand. Understood? So the first characteristics is, number one, goal oriented. What am I writing? Goal oriented. So while I was talking about the definition of management, what did I say? Without a goal there is no management. So for like I gave an example, if I'll ask you what is your goal, present goal, to get good marks and to get inside good college. So this is the reason why you are attending this online classes, you are attending lectures, giving time to yourself, study. So without a goal there cannot be any management. So the first characteristics is, please write down in your exercise book. First characteristics is goal oriented. So for management to take place, there has to be a goal, a certain goal which you want to achieve, because in that goal only you will apply process with effectiveness and efficiency. Is it clear? Number two, it's pervasive. Yes, this word is new for you. This we spell as pervasive. Pervasive. It's pervasive. I'm writing this clearly. It's pervasive. Now, what do you mean by the word pervasive? Pervasive means universally accepted. Pervasive means universally accepted. What does this mean? Pervasive means universally accepted, which means management is not only found in big organizations. You will even find management in small shops, like the shops outside your house, or even at your own place, at your home. Like we see, we have a certain time for studies, we have a certain time for dinner, a lunch. Like your father manages your house. So it's not that management is found only in big organizations or big places. No, that is a myth. Management is found everywhere, because once you find management, wherever there is a goal, wherever you will find a goal, what you will find is management. So which means management is pervasive, means it is universally accepted. Please write this down. Pervasive, which means universally accepted. It means that management is not only found in big organizations, it is found each and every places. Wherever there is a goal, it will be found. Now number three is multi-dimensional. Multi-dimensional means, the word is multi, M-U-L-T-I, dimensional, D-I-M-A-N-S-I-O-N-A-L. Multi-dimensional means there is management of work, management of people, and management of operation. Multi-dimensional means you have to manage the work, manage the people, and manage the operation. Suppose let's take an example. A manager has to, there's a goal of producing 5,000 units. So what will the manager do? First of all, he'll see how many people, how many employees the manager is having. He'll assign job to each and every employees or each and every workers to achieve the target of producing 5,000 units. So that is known as management of work. Now assigning jobs to each and every people or each and every employee is management of people. Management of work means to see which types of works do you have, so that you can assign those work to different individuals. To see which types of jobs you are having, or which type of works you are having, that is management of work. And management of people is to assign those jobs to achieve your target, is management of people. And management of operation means to see, to get a feedback, to run through that your work assigned is going or not in a correct manner. So again I am repeating, multi-dimensional means management of work, management of people, and management of operation. Is it clear, my friend? Students? So again, multi-dimensional means there is management of work, WORK, management of people, and management of operations. Clear? Management of work means to see which types of or other different types of jobs you are having for the employees or for the workers, and to assign those jobs or works to different employees or workers is management of people. And to see that the work assigned is going or not, to just to check through that whatever work you have assigned to the people is going accordingly or not, is management of operation. Is it clear? So please copy this. Characteristic number there are more other characteristics. Number 1 is management is goal oriented. Without goal there is no management. Number 2, pervasive, which means universally accepted. What do you mean by universally accepted? Means it's not, there's a myth that management is only found in big organization. No, it's found everywhere. As I said, even at your own house it is found. Management is found even at your own house, even in small shops it's found. Number 3, it's multi-dimensional, means there is management of work, people, and management of operations. Please copy this. The fourth characteristics is it is continuous. Now what do you mean by the word continuous? Let's take an example. Suppose you gave class 10 boards exam. The management at that time which you were having, is it the same? Is it the same that which you are having for class 12? The answer is no, it's not the same. So which means once you have achieved one target or one goal, that doesn't mean the management ends there. No, there is always new goals in life, new goals in organization which you have to achieve, and to achieve that goal there's always has to be a new type of management take place. So which means that management is always continuous. It's a never ending process. Once again I am repeating, management it's continuous. It's you can write it over here, it's a never ending process. Is it clear? It's a never ending process. Now the fifth characteristics is it's dynamic. It is now we hear this word like you are quite dynamic in nature, which means it keeps on changing according to the changing environment. As I said, the business environment, the world, the economy is dynamic in nature. Why? Because it keeps on changing. Like let's take an example, the GST, the demonetization which took place, that was a sudden plan for the government. The business organizations was not known, they were not known about this fact that GST and demonetizations are going to be implemented. So just to be aware of those facts and just to be change in environment, what is happening, there is a dynamic in nature, which means you have to keep on changing with the change in environment. You can write it, a note over there, keeps on changing. It keeps on changing. Is it clear? So dynamic means it keeps on changing according to the change in environment. Clear? Now the next characteristics is it is a group activity. It is a group activity. What do you mean by the word group activity? Group activity means one individual cannot achieve a goal. You have to, like I said, it's multi-dimensional management of work, people, and operation. So this is the reason why it is a group activity. A group of people have to work together to achieve that certain goal. Is it clear why it is known as a group activity? Why? Because a group of people, they have to work together and to achieve that goal. Is it clear? And your last characteristic is it is an intangible force. Intangible, as you know, is something which you cannot touch or something which you cannot see. Understood? But you know, yes, wherever you see everything is managed, there is management. Wherever there is a goal, there is management. You know that wherever there is a goal, there is management. But what it is, an intangible force means you cannot touch or cannot see that there is management. You just can feel. Understood? So wherever there is a goal, there will be management. So let's revise. Firstly, copy this. Point number 1, characteristics. It's goal oriented. Write it down. It's goal oriented. Number 2, pervasive, which means universally accepted. Number 3 is multidimensional, which means management of work, people and operations. Number 4, it's continuous. Is it clear? Number 5, it's dynamic, which means keeps on changing according to the change in environment. Number 6, group activity. And number 7, it's an intangible force. So today we did the definition of management. That is, it is a process of getting things done with the aim of achieving goal with effectiveness and efficiency. Understood? And these were the characteristics. So tomorrow we'll again start with the objectives of management. Is it clear? So any doubt, please let me know. I will just go through the comment section. Any doubt, please let me know so that I can clear. And tomorrow we'll start with objectives of management. Please comment if there's any doubt. Do comment if there's any doubt in this topic, management and their characteristics. So management, it is a process of getting things done. I hope you all have understood. I hope all the students, they have understood this topic, management and characteristics. And yes, once again I am repeating, please download the ebook section, ebook from the NCERT website, the ebook for all the subjects, so that it is easier for the students as well as for the teachers. Is it clear, students? Download the ebook for each and every subjects. So keep studying, just keep revising and go through this notes, whatever you all have written. Have a good day, students, and God bless.